Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Patrick Precorder, thanks for clicking through on this link. Before we get started, because we're getting into the no BS zone right here, we're going to dive into these three very, very strong, powerful techniques, right? But before we get there, we have to come to agreement on one truth that every single man gets knocked to his knees in his lifetime. May come early in our 30s, may come sometime in our 40s, may come later in our 50s when we think we had it all figured out. But the truth of it is, and Mike Tyson said this best, everybody's got a plan till he gets punched in the face. When we get that blindsided punch, which will or has happened, we get knocked to our knees, and we are dazed. We're without thought, without clarity as to what's next, and we feel alone, scared, like everybody's forgotten about us. That's what I want to talk about today. I know what it's like to be there, having gone through it myself, and having worked with so many men, just like you and I, to get through this process. And that brings us right into these three things. Now, if you've got a pen handy, this is a great time to write things down, right? We're talking about clarity, we're talking about strategy, and we're talking about ruthless accountability to change the habits we need to change in order to have what we want to have in this life. Start with clarity. Clarity people often talk about as like vision, clarity, right? I want to take a little different approach to this because it's not about the goals and all that kind of stuff. Now, as an entrepreneur, we're big on setting goals and checklists, and hell, we run our entire day that way. But look at a goal as just a way to measure progress. What we really want to get clear on is what is the outcome, the result of the goal. In other words, if you want to lose weight, right? 30 pounds overweight, you're 50 years old, you come and you say, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, all right, I get it, but there's no passion in 30 pounds. There's no drive, there's no desire in 30 pounds. There is, though, in the feeling you get when you look and feel like you did in your 20s, when your wife has that hot, passionate way she looks at you again, the confidence we get as a male, feeling strong as a human being, that's what I'm talking about. Now, broaden this back out, right, into our kind of our life clarity. Yeah, we all got goals, but what is the result of achieving the goal? Now, that goes right into part two here, strategy. Now, strategy is a funny thing, right? Strategy, if you step back, strategy is not a plan. Step back a bit, look at strategy as a big overarching view of what's going on. Starting with your results, not starting with where you're at. And this is a big mistake we make. When we start with where we're at and not with our results, well, we use our means to determine how far we can go. And the best we can do in that moment, well, is to do our best. No, we got to do better than our best. Write that down. Your best ain't good enough. Your best got you this far, and what got you this far will not get you where you deserve to go. The strategy goes like this. We start with the result of the goals we set in life, the outcomes that we're trying to achieve, and we reverse engineer it backwards. You say, well, Pat, I don't have the resources to get there. You don't need the resource, but you need the resourcefulness. And that's part of this whole plan, how to be resourceful to get what you need to get to no matter what, under all conditions. That's a strategy. And it's broken down to where every day you don't wake up wondering what's next or even why you're doing it. Your why becomes crystal clear because you have that clarity in your life. Now it's plugged in with a strategy that's a blueprint to get you to that clarity, right? And then finally, and this is the part I mentioned earlier, this is where I find guys fail the most, accountability. We'll accept responsibility. That's like, yeah, it's on me. But accountability, that's a desire and willingness to change. What got you here won't get you there. I just said that a moment ago. Your habits are a reflection of the way you live your life. You want to change your life, you got to change your habits. And that's really where accountability kicks in. You guys know what to do. You generally know how to do it. It's doing it repeatedly over time, so it's automatic. So the body knows better than the mind. So you can't be distracted from it any longer because it just happens. That's where accountability comes into play. When you have two levels of accountability built in so that you do what you have to do even though you don't want to, which is the definition of discipline, doing what you have to do when you have to do even though you don't want to. That's where habits pick up. They pick up that slack so that we get the work done in order to do what we have to do in order to have what we want to have. If this is exciting to you, if you think that this is something that's missing in your lives, let me know. Click that link below. We can set up a strategy session, typically about a half an hour long. All I do is find out exactly where you are, where you want to go, let you know what I offer to get there. and we make the decision whether or not it makes sense to continue on this journey together. Simple as that. Been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great day. Peace.